Welcome back to Tartu, Estonia for the IPF 2019 World University Powerlifting Cup. And all the action is heating up this week. We are in day 4 already. This morning we'll have the 84 and the 84 plus women. And this afternoon we'll have the 83 kilo men. Right now we've got 2 flights running. We'll have the 84 kilo women first, and they're all straight into the 84 plus. And there is plenty of action here today. And of course, none of this possible without our great sponsors, Alico, who continually raise the bar from their humble beginnings of making the greatest waffle irons on the planet to now making the greatest lifting equipment in the world. Uplift bring quality coaches and athletes together from around the world. And SBD, the greatest lifting apparel you can get your hands on. And on the platform now, Jane Ambler, Cambridge University, looking to open at 77.5. So 2.5 kilo personal best to open. And that looks like a good opening squat. Gets the 3 white lights. Gets those first lift nerves out of the way. Azelka Barani, 110 kilograms. So well under her personal best. So a good conservative opening lift. And handles that well. Probably one of the lighter 84 kilo women, weighing in at 76. Amy McCarthy now looking for 110. Just shy of her personal best. Already getting fired up. So just problem with the rack setting, needs to be racks in. Probably just a misprint on the nomination form. The guys, spotters and loaders, set up to what they have written on their screen. It's those elbows in, hands close to the shoulders, keeping tight. Very smooth all the way through. That should be a good lift. It is. 3 white lights. A little bit of a hop, skip, and a jump of excitement there. So Madison Rivera now 120. Ohio State University. And it is warming up in Tartu already. It's already starting to get quite warm in here and out the back. So these lifters today are really going to have to manage their hydration, manage their energy levels. The coaches have got a big job today. So 120 on the bar for Madison Rivero. And plenty of experience in her corner. And a very good opening lift. That is exactly how you want it to look. Looks like a last warm-up, and that's how you want your opening lift to be. Elise White, University of Birmingham, looking for a 120 opener. 10 kilos shy of her personal best. Taking the very smart, conservative approach to openers. Depth looks good from here. Moved fast. And it is 3 white lights. Daria Lenazak for 125. So Wroclaw University School of Physical Education. 5 kilos over her previous personal best. So this will give us a very good indication of how her training has been. Depth looks good. Shifted the weight well. And not quite deep enough. So this angle here, where we're seeing got the white light for the front ref, and the other side ref said not deep enough. You can see just as she came up there, knees dropped in a little bit. Not a problem with the weight, so she just has to sink it a little bit further. So Tamara Thomas, 127.5. University of Pittsburgh. All the experience of Big Mike in her corner. He's been having a very busy week, he has, between coaching and refereeing. And that looks very, very good. 3 white lights. Susan Golder now 130 kilograms. Well under her personal best.
I'll
give you an indication of just how tough this weight class is at the World Championship level. The World Junior record is 243 kilograms. So well under her personal best. And just not putting it all together there. We'll have a look at the replay. The 3 red lights. Just not getting deep enough. And just not locking out at the top either. So you have to start in a locked position with the knees locked, and you have to finish in that position as well. So Freya Hammer 137.5. And plenty of representation from Irish universities. Gets in deep, snaps it out at the top. It should be a good lift, and it is. And of course, powerlifting growing at an enormous rate in Ireland. And teams are getting bigger and bigger at every World Championship. Bronwyn Adlington 140. So a conservative open lift, 12.5 kilos under a personal best. So this shouldn't cause her any real stress. Should be an easy opening lift to get the first lift nerves brushed off. Probably moved a little bit slower than what she really would have liked. Got deep enough, but just didn't really get that bounce out of the bottom. And I think now the nerves are out of the road. We'll see her next lift move a lot better. And the Nemzik 145. Rockall University School of Physical Education. Another representative. And of course, Poland with a great history of powerlifting and some fantastic world champions coming out of Poland. Probably wasn't as tidy a lift as she liked, but should have got the job done, and it did. You see the replay there. Probably could have sunk a little bit deeper, got a bit of a better bounce out of that. But she gets the job done. Ines Alochet, 160. And handles the weight well. Did she go deep enough? She does. She gets the two white lights. And a little bit more depth will give her a little bit more speed out of the bottom as well. Brahimi MV 160. Strong opening lift. Moves the weight very well. And gets the two white lights, that's enough. We're wanting to look to go a little bit deeper on her next one, I think. Hard to tell on the other side, but from this angle, just looked a little short. And the referee on this side calling it high. They come around for their second attempts now. Jane Ambler, 85 kilograms. It is another personal best attempt for her. Gets the squat command. Pushes those knees back out to the bar speed, picks up, and the referees say it's a good lift. And she adds 10 kilos to her personal best. Amy McCarthy now 117.5 for a 2.5 kilo personal best. University of Nottingham. It's a personal best attempt for her. The bar is loaded. She had a good opening lift at 110. Now looking for 117.5. Depth looks good from this angle. Bar moved very fast. 3 white lights. And the bar speed was very, very good, especially on a second lift. She kept that technique all the way through. There's Nalka Barani 120 now. Still 10 kilos shy of her personal best. Depth looks good. Gets through the sticking point well. 3 white lights. Looks like she got a good bounce out of the bottom there. Yeah, hits depth very well. Uses that stretch shortening cycle beautifully. Daria Lanizak, 125. This will add 5 kilos to her personal best. An interesting. So she had some trouble with depth on this one in her opening lift. She should have the confidence now after the opening lift, knowing that the weight's not an issue. Give her the confidence to sink down a little bit more. That looks better from this angle. Bar moved well. And it's a good lift. And she gets it on the board. Always a risk opening above a personal best. You know, sitting and using a weight that you haven't done a lot of times before. It's Madison Rivera now, 127.5. Ohio State University. And plenty of experience. John Downing in her corner. Gets that big breath in. Sinks it in, keeps the knees out. And she gets the 3 white lights. Elise White, 130. So will equal her personal best. University of Birmingham. She had a good opening lift at 120. Adding 10 kilos to that. And the bar moves well. Depth looks good from this angle. It is. It's 3 white lights. Look at the replay. The bar tries to fold her a little bit. Hips pop up a little bit too fast. But she manages to correct that very, very well. Suzanne Golder now, 130. So she missed this on her opening lift. It's well below her personal best. She's gotten rid of those first lift nerves now. Just needs to put it all together. Needs to sink down deep. Needs to lock those knees at the top. And snaps those knees in this time. That looks a lot better, a lot cleaner. And it is. It's 3 white lights. You can breathe a sigh of relief now. You can see she really snaps those knees into place at the top of that lift. Tamara Thomas, 137.5 for a 5 kilo personal best. The University of Pittsburgh, they've had a big representation here this week. Depth looks good. You hear the coach yelling, knees out. And she does just that. And gets the 3 white lights. You can see the knees just wanting to go in, but coach is yelling out, knees out, knees out. And she listens and does exactly what she's told. So Freya Hammer now, 147.5. Still under her personal best, so plenty of room to move. It's quite a wide stance. And moves the weight very well. And gets the 3 white lights and puts it on the board. It doesn't get a whole lot of bounce out of the bottom, but it is quite difficult to get that bounce with the wider stance. Bronwyn Adlington now 150. Just shy of her personal best. So taking her time, making sure she has that bar dug in tight. Depth looks good. It was a little slow out of the bottom and the knees dropped in, but she fought through it. And she gets the job done. Seeing the replay, very slow out of the bottom, not really getting any speed. Those knees fall in there, but as she pushes them out, she's able to fight through. And she gets it on the board. Anna Nemzik, 152.5. 5 kilos under her personal best. Nice solid walkout. Stands it up without too much trouble. Was it deep enough? Not quite there. She's really going to have to sit back and sink that one in. In this O'Shea, 170. So we'll give her 2.5 kilos on her personal best. 170 kilograms. So moves the weight well. Let's see what the referees say. Not deep enough.
Same weight stays on the bar for Agro running MD from University of Calicut. Follows Ambler and Powerlifting.
So Avarami for 170 as well. University of Calicut.
The bar is loaded.
Chasing after that gold medal in the squats. And if she can put this one on the board, he's going to put her in a very solid position. Drops into the hole there. It's slow, but she fights through.
Great effort and it is. A good lift.
And it's a good lift.
Let's start with the third. Wow.
And interestingly, Alashay is putting 172.5 for her third after missing 170. Maybe hoping the extra couple of kilos will help her get down a bit deeper and also give her an opportunity to challenge for the gold medal in the squats. So now we look at third attempts. Jane Ambler, 90 kilograms for another personal best. And she's running out to the platform. Getting fired up for this one. Depth looks good. Gonna have to push those knees out though. She's all smiles at the top. And she gets the 3 white lights and nearly knocks a coach over on the way out. Probably gonna have to work on those knees as the weights get heavier. Oznaka Barani 125. So 5 kilos shy of her personal best. Depth looks good. Got plenty of speed out of the bottom. It should be a good lift.
And it's a good lift. The same weight stays on the bar for
And it is 3 white lights. You can see she gets a really nice bounce out of the bottom there, and that speed helps her push through that sticking point. Amy McCarthy now 125 for a 10 kilo personal best.
The bar is loaded. It's a new personal best attempt.
And she's bringing a little bit more aggression to the platform on this one. Bar moves very well. It looks deep enough from here. It is. She gets the 2 white lights. That's enough. She can certainly afford to go a little bit deeper. Madison Rivero 132.5 for a 2.5 kilo personal best.
The bar is loaded.
You can see the coaches allowing their athletes to get a little bit more fired up for these third lifts, but just holding them back a little to maintain and conserve some energy. Gets a nice little bounce there. You can see her push those hips through.
It is a good lift
And 3 white lights.
135
A
kilograms
very
to
good
half
technique there. You can watch the
comes up from
hit the bottom there.
Powerlifting
Gets a little bit of a
University
bounce
School of
out.
Physical Education.
Keeps the
Follows
knees
5
out and then
over.
drives the hips through.
Another person recorded them with 15 kilograms. The body's
And
loaded.
Daria Ornasuk, 135, 15 kilogram personal best. Mr. Opener at 125, just didn't get deep enough. Hit it on her second. Probably wasn't the cleanest of lifts. Now looking to add another 10 kilos to that. And that looked like it moved better than a second.
It's a good lift
And
and
she's
new person
very
recorded.
excited over that one.
The same weight stays on the bar for a nice right.
Right, I have a feeling we're going to see a coach get knocked over today. We'll have the cameras ready for that.
Second group, you have 5 minutes to
We'll
change
put that on the
top order.
blooper highlight reel. So at least White now 135 for a 5 kilo personal best. She's really going to need to keep the chest up on this one. So she fought through a 130. And it really pushed the chest over. So she's really going to focus on keeping that chest up. And somehow she manages to stand that up. A job well done. And gets the 3 white lights. So those hips really come up fast. The back almost flattens out. Right now, Susan Golder, 140. Bringing a little bit more fire to the platform on this one. Depth is good. Fair bit of shifting, but she manages to get the job done. And gets the white lights. And she gets good depth here. Just gets a bit of movement. You can see some posterior and then medial movement there. But manages to steady the ship. Tamara Thomas, 142.5.
It's a new personal best at 10.
And her previous lifts have looked very good, and this will be a 10 kilo personal best. And the coach just calling cues. Deadlift's good from here. I just couldn't quite push it through. Didn't quite get the same speed out of the bottom as she got with the other 2 lifts. She was a little bit tentative going into the hole. Didn't really drop it in. And just couldn't quite get the momentum. Bronwyn Adlington, 152.5. This will equal her personal best.
He's an attempt for a bronze medal squad. The body's loaded.
So she will temporarily hold the bronze medal position in the squat. And she's going to have 2 other lifters follow her going after that bronze medal as well. just couldn't quite get through that sticking point.
Sorry, it's a no lift.
And you can see in the replay, just didn't really get much speed out of the bottom there. She put in a great fight. Just didn't really get any speed there. And just no momentum. Just a couple more inches and she could push the hips through, but it was just a little bit too much. Freya Hammer, 155. So at the moment, Atherton still holds on to the bronze medal. But Freya Hammer wants to put a 155 on and go after the bronze medal in the squats. So 5 kilos under her personal best. And her lifts have looked very good. Depth is good. That should be a good lift. Let's wait and see for the referees. It is. So she moves into the bronze medal position. But she is going to have to sit out the back and wait now. Because Anna Nemzik wants 155 as well, and she is a fraction lighter. So if she can put this on the board, it's going to move her into the bronze medal position.
And no more chances for the second group.
She gets it to the top, she locks the knees out, and the referees say it's a good lift, so she takes the bronze medal. So she takes the bronze medal with that lift. Now, Ines Alochet, 172.5. This will move her from silver to gold, with one lift to come.
She already has a silver medal, but she wants a gold.
And she missed the 170. And they've decided to go up to the 172.5 to go after the gold medal in the squats. It'll be a 5 kilogram personal best. Depth looks good. She got a good bounce on that one. Let's wait and see what the referees say, but it looks good from here. It is. So she moves into the gold medal position. Avarami is going to have to lift the 172.5 to take the gold medal back. So she's lighter than Alochet, so she just needs to match her lift. 172.5. The 170 probably wasn't the cleanest. Can she take back the gold medal, or does she go home with the silver? It's slow, but she gets it to the top, and the referees say not deep enough. So she just misses out there. So she'll take home the silver medal, and Alochet will take home the gold in the squats. So we move straight to the 84 plus women now. And not much rest time in this round for these ladies. Only 8 lifters in this flight. So it's going to be a very quick turnaround for them. Frankie Walker looking for 120. University of Birmingham. just under her personal best of 125. And she drops in very quickly. And she gets 2 white lights. It's on the board. We'll have a look at the replay. She really drops into that hole fast. And she'll probably need to really focus on locking those knees at the top there. She picked up 1 red light, which I think was for that. Katarzyna, 125. So 5 kilos under her personal best. It looks like a good lift, and it is. I imagine she'd probably like it to move a little bit faster than that. It's a little bit on the slow side. I've got Galisiak, 130, 5 kilos under her personal best. It's the world junior record, 84 plus, 262.5. It's a very, very strong weight class. Depth is good. Bar path was fantastic. 3 white lights. Let's have a look at the replay of this one. Nice depth. Speed out of the bottom. And that bar did not shift off its path at all. Yesenia Martinez, 130 now, Midland University. And tips that head up, and you can see the bar speed increase as soon as she lifts that head. But she gets 2 red lights there, 1 for depth, and I think the other one may have been for not locking that knee properly. And she's a little bit soft in that right knee. Oksana Semenyuka, 140. Siberian State University. So 5 kilos over her personal best. This lift will give us a very good indication of how her training has been going. It's nice and fast into the bottom and gets out very quickly and gets the 3 white lights. You see, she comes out of that hole very quickly. And chest is up, head is up. Brooke Conley now, 160. Ohio State University, 5 kilos under her personal best. And incidentally, John Downing there coaching her, be getting married next week. Gets that big breath. Speed is good. And gets the 2 white lights, 1 red from this, the side we're looking from. Let's have a look at the replay. It could have been very close on this side and be called either way. The Fina Souza now 175. Oh, she moved that very, very easily, but not quite deep enough. Yeah, you can see on the replay there, it's very close. And she's just going to have to sink a little bit further. I always like to say to athletes on that first lift, be convincing. So Heidi Lewis now 177.5. Well under her personal best. And this will put her in a very commanding position for the gold medal in squats. Moves quickly. She looks happy with it. And she gets the 2 white lights. It's a quick turnaround because it comes straight around now for the second attempts with Frankie Walker at 125. University of Birmingham. This will equal her personal best. Didn't look super comfortable on that walkout there. Very quick into the bottom. And gets the 3 white lights. Yesenia Martinez now 130 kilograms, having missed this on her opening lift.
The bar is loaded. Come on, you can do it this time.
So important on that opening lift. Give yourself a weight that you can really sink in, even have to go a little bit further and be really convincing on that opening lift. That looks better. And it is. She gets 2 white lights.
132.5 kilograms the bar for Katarina Pietkiewicz from Wrocław University. Follows Pesiak and Smeknuka.
So Katarzyna Pietkiewicz 132.5 for a personal best. Depth looks good from this angle. Snaps the hips through, and it's a good lift. Lockout very good, really drives those hips through and snaps those knees back into place. Agata Kalasiak, 140 for a 5 kilo personal best.
New personal best attempt.
Very fast walkout, took that big step. Smooth all the way through. Good lift, and does not shift from that technique at all. Chest stays up, follows it all the way through. Oksana Siamanuka, 150. This will be a very big personal best. Looking to add 15 kilos to her previous personal best.
15 kilograms more than her last personal best.
Gets into that hole quickly, gets the bounce, and moves out very fast. 3 white lights.
167.5 kilograms per bar for group loading.
And watching the replay, you can see she gets out very fast. Head is up, chest is up, knees are out, and doesn't shift from that and gets the job done. The Brooke Conley now 167.5 for a personal best.
The bar is loaded.
$167.5, 2.5 kilo personal best. Now, this lift will secure a bronze medal in the squat and temporarily put her into silver. And handles the weight well. And it is 3 white lights. Knees weren't in the best position coming back up. Looks like they dropped in a fair way, but clearly not causing her any problems as she drives them back out. Adafina De Souza, 175. We missed this on her opening lift. Just couldn't get deep enough.
Come on, you can get it this time.
So this will put her into the silver medal position. It was quick. It's going to be close. And it is. It's deep enough. So she moves into the silver medal position. So Heidi Lewis now 185. So she's currently in the gold medal position for squats. And this will certainly help to secure it. De Souza has put in at 187.5 for her third. And she's going to make Lewis work for that gold medal. And she's all smiles at the top. Let's wait for the referees. And she gets it in there again with the 2 white lights. So third attempts, very fast turnaround, 130 for Frankie Walker, a 5 kilogram personal best. And this fast turnaround, as we're going to see, is really going to take its effect when we get to the deadlifts. And we're going to see who's managed their energy levels the best. Sinks it in fast. She moves it well. Referees say one red light, so she gets the 2 whites, and that 1 red, I imagine, is still for that right knee. She's really just not locking that right hand knee up properly. Yesenia Martinez, 135. So missed her opener at 130. Just wasn't getting down further enough. Got her on the second. And the referee says it's a good lift.
137.5 kilograms to bar for Katarina Viekiewicz from Wrocław University. Follows Kalisiak and Semenukha.
Katarzyna Viekiewicz, 137.5 for a 7.5 kilo personal best.
All right.
And big smiles at the top of that lift. It should be a good lift. And it is. She gets the 2 white lights.
147.5 kilograms to bar for Agata Kalisiak from Wrocław University.
And you'll see the replay. So the chief referee giving a red card with a blue card. And a little bit hard to tell from that angle.
It is 12.5 kilograms over her.
Agata Kalisiak, 147.5 for a very big personal best. So add 12.5 kilos to a previous personal best. So she hesitated at the start there. And it looked like she started her lift and then stopped. We'll wait and see.
Good lift and new person best. 155 kilograms to bar for Oksana.
And she manages to get that one on the board.
University of Science and Technology. Follows Conley and Souza.
Oksana Semenukha, 155.
The bar is loaded. It's 20 kilograms over her current
This is an
personal best.
absolutely huge personal best. This will add 20 kilograms to a previous personal best of 135. See that head up position, forcing the elbows under and the chest up, and just couldn't quite get it there. And you can see it just rolled her forward.
Sorry, it's a no lift. 170 kilograms to bar for.
Let's see the replay there. She had in the right position, head was up, chest was up, and just started to roll forward. And she just couldn't keep it in that position.
It is her new personal best. She's already got bronze in.
So Brooke Connolly now 170.
4 kilograms for total. The bar is loaded.
And secured the bronze medal in the squats. And wants a personal best of 170. It looks like Ohio State University aiming to go gold and bronze in the squat. But Lewis is going to have to work for that gold medal. Brooke Conley, 170. And just a little bit too much of a push. Didn't quite get the speed out of the bottom. See on the replay, I'm not even sure if she got quite deep enough. That's probably why she didn't get the speed. Those knees dropping in there and just couldn't push them out. Lafina de Souza now, 187.5. This will put her into the gold medal position. She has the silver medal. And this will put her into the gold medal position with Lewis to lift for the gold. So it moved well, but not deep enough. And that's an area she's going to have to work on, is that depth. It's really catching her up. So Heidi Lewis then has secured the gold medal. Now looking for 190. So she has the gold medal already in the squat. Just wants to throw a little bit of gift wrapping around it. It's moving well. From where we're sitting here, it looks good. And it is. She gets it on the board at 190 and has the gold medal in the squats and puts herself in a very, very good position going into the bench press. So don't go too far away. We're going to be right back here in 10 minutes' time with the bench press for the 84 and 84 pluses. Welcome back to Tartu, Estonia for the IPF 2019 World University Powerlifting Cup. And we are just about to get the bench press underway for the 84 kilo women, and then we'll roll straight into the 84 plus women. Elise White will be the first to take the platform at 55 kilograms. And just about to get underway. And of course, Aliko, Uplift, SBD making all of this possible and standing behind the sport and doing so much more for this sport than just sponsorship. The bar is loaded at 55 kilograms for Elise White. Opening right on her personal best. So 13 lifters in this flight. So a little bit more rest time between lifts for these ladies as opposed to the 84 plus. They're really taking up a lot of time getting set up. And it's always good to take the time to get your setup right, but you do run the risk of using up too much time if you get a replacement command. But she handles that well, and that should be 3 white lights, and it is.
57.5 kilograms per bar for Agnieszka Barani from Debreceni Agiete. Follows Niemczyk and Ambler. The bar is loaded.
A good opening lift, exactly how you want it to be. Agnieszka Barani, 57.5 kilograms, well under her personal best of 70.
What an easy opener
And an easy opening lift.
A good lift. 57.5 kilograms.
And exactly how you want your opening bench to be.
From Wrocław University School of Physical
A
and
very tight
Education.
system,
Follows Ambler and
not
McCarthy.
too much
The bar
body
is
movement
loaded.
at all. Anna Niemczyk, 57.5. Everyone has their own style of how they set up and how they get up on those shoulders. And this young lady has a quick setup, which is very, very good. And makes very short work of that.
A good
3
lift.
white lights.
The same weight stays on bar for Jane Ambler from Cambridge University. Follows McCarthy and MV. The bar is loaded.
And Jane Ambler now, 57.5 kilograms. Two and a half kilos over her personal best. And weighed in at just 72.76. So only just scraping into the 84s. Great control, good speed off the chest.
Really fast opener. Good lift and
Gets
your
the white
personal
lines.
best.
Let's have a look at the replay.
62.5 kilograms per bar for Amy McCarthy from
And gets that chest up
University
so
of
high
Follows MV
and has
Polish.
plenty of speed.
The bar is loaded.
Amy McCarthy now, 62.5. 2.5 kilos above her personal best. So opting to bench with a belt. A few people still bench with a belt. Good speed.
Easy opener A good lift and new
and gets
Barcelona.
it on the board.
70 kilograms to the bar for Abirami MD from the University of Calicut. Follows Alusha and
And
Rivera.
you can see a little bit offline on the way down, but found the path on the way back up very cleanly. Avarami
The bar is
for
loaded.
70 kilograms, University of Calicut. Things didn't quite go all her way on the squats. And sure, should be looking to get a much cleaner session on the bench. Gets up nice and high. And
Easy
very
upper
quick
and
press.
a good lift. 75 kilograms to the bar for Ines Alusha from Stabs Montpellier. Follows Rivera.
Gets that
and
chest
Colby.
up very well. Body stays tight all the way through. Ines Alusha, 75 kilograms.
The bar is loaded.
So if you're watching at home and you're new to powerlifting and new to the bench press in powerlifting and looking at the way they're arching their backs, there's a couple of reasons for that. One is they're trying to get that entire system as tight as possible so that all the power goes into the bar just
Easy
like
upper
that.
and a
Three
good
white
lift.
lights. And trying to
75
lift that
kilograms
chest up
stays
as
on the
well
bar
to reduce
for
that range of
Melissa
motion.
Rivera from Ohio State
And
University. Follows Stoller and Hammer. The bar is loaded.
a lot of myths around the arch suggesting that it might be bad for your back. It is not bad for your back at all. In fact, it protects the back very, very well during a bench press. Madison Rivera, 75 kilograms. 5 kilos under her personal best. Ohio State University. And probably moved a little bit slower than what she would have liked to off her chest. She has a bit of a laugh about that one. But opened on a weight that she could handle even if things didn't go right.
The bar is loaded.
So 77.5 kilos now, Susan Golder. So 5 kilos under her personal best. Getting high up onto those shoulders. Quick to the chest. Gets the speed off the chest as well. And gets it on the board. And you see on the replay there, she really drives through the legs with the whole body and pushes that bar back. Freya Hammer, 80 kilograms. And handles that well.
80 kilograms stays on the bar for Tamara Thomas from University of Pittsburgh. Follows Addington and Lonsiak. The bar is
So we
loaded.
stay at 80 kilos. Tamara Thomas. This will equal her personal best. Quite a few lifters benching with a belt. It's something we don't see a lot of anymore. And some use it to cue their breath, some use it to actually cue their setup and their arch. And you see some lifters with a specialized bench belt, which is a little bit narrower. And 3 white lights.
90 kilograms to the bar for Brown Addington from University of
And
Glasgow.
we can see the replay.
Kamisak and White.
Just a little bit slow off the chest. That gets the job done. Bronwyn Adlington now, 90 kilograms. We have the University of Glasgow cheer squad sitting right beside me. So we always know when that university comes to the platform. So 5 kilos under her personal best. Using a very, very wide foot position there. Creates a lot of stability on the bench. It creates a lot of stability. Doesn't necessarily make it easier for leg drive. It saves a lot of energy trying to stabilize the body. Daria Lonizak, 92.5 kilograms. So just under her personal best of 95. And very smooth all the way through. No stress at all. So we look to second attempts now. Elise White, 57.5 for a personal best on her second.
The bar is loaded. A new personal best for her.
And really getting up on those shoulders. And very nicely done. 3 white lights and a bit of a hop, skip and a jump as she comes off. Pretty happy with that one. Znelka Barani, 62.5 kilograms. And all of these young ladies just starting to fire up a little bit more, maintaining that energy. And gets the 2 white lights.
5 kilograms space on the bar for Anna Niemczyk from Wrocław University School of Physical Education. Follows Ambler and McCarthy. The bar is loaded.
Anna Niemczyk now, 62.5 kilograms. This will equal her personal best. Referee instructing that she has to enter the bench from the other side. And it doesn't seem to worry her one little bit. And she gets the 3 white lights. Jane Ambler now 62.5 for a very big personal best.
It's a new personal best attempt.
Nice touch and very good press. And managed some good acceleration there. It looked a little slow off the chest from that angle, but accelerated very quickly. And you can see she really lifts that chest to the bar rather than bringing the bar down to the chest. Amy McCarthy now 67.5 for a 7.5 kilo personal best.
It's a new personal best attempt.
University of Nottingham. The bench press, one of the most technical lifts. There are so many things to remember when you're on that bench. And it looks like Amy has remembered all of it and gets the 3 white lights.
77.5 kilograms the bar for Madison Rivero from Ohio State University. Follows Aloshe and Emily.
Madison Rivero, 77.5 kilograms. Just shy of her personal best of 80. And the great John Downing in her corner. He'll be getting married next week. I thought he'd get married and then fly to Canada for the junior equipped. He's decided not to do that. Very smart man. So Madison Rivero, 77.5. Had to work hard for that one. And the referees say it's a good lift.
80 kilograms the bar for Ines Aloshe from Stans Montpellier. Follows MV and Goldberg.
Ines Aloshe, 80 kilograms.
The bar is loaded.
Just under her personal best of 85. And so far, all of these athletes and coaches being very, very smart with their attempt selections for bench. And that looks good. It is.
80 kilograms stays on the bar for Apriani MB from University of Calicut. Follows Golden and Thomas. The bar is loaded.
And not too much body movement at all. Apriani, 80 kilograms. Had a good opening lift. Should be looking to have a good run on the bench to give her a little bit of momentum going into the deadlifts. A 10 kilo jump on bench is quite a big jump though, but it hasn't affected her whatsoever. And she gets 2 red lights though. Let's have a look. A replay though. And can't see from that angle. And Indian coach is just going to come over to the jury panel and ask the question. But right now, Susan Golder, 82.5. Susan Golder really taking her time with the setup. And just a little bit too much. She got good speed off the chest. Let's have a look at the replay. She came down to the chest very hard and she really lifted those hips. And once those hips lift, you change that angle, the press angle. But Tamara Thomas, 82.5 kilograms. So we'll give her a personal best. And drives it to the top very well. And it's about what you'd want a second lift to look like. A little bit of effort. Freya Hammer, 85 kilograms. This will equal her personal best. Just getting those shoulders dug in as deep as possible. And gets it moving off the chest and uses that momentum to push through that sticking point and gets it on the board. So Daria Manalsic, 97.5 for a 2.5 kilo personal best. Really taking her time. Gets that big breath. And had to work hard. Didn't really get the speed off the chest, but she managed to muscle that through.
97.5 kilograms stays on the ball for Browin Addington from University of Glasgow.
You can see she comes down, just doesn't get the speed off the chest. Looks like she touched a little bit higher than she wanted. But muscles her way through.
It's a new personal best attempt.
Bronwyn Adlington for 97.5 to give herself a 2.5 kilo personal best. And this lift is going to put her in a pretty solid position to go after the gold medal in the bench press. she somehow rescues it. And the referees say no lift. We'll see the replay there. I think we'll find the bar dropped. And some bar bouncing around there. And she'll fix that on her third.
It's going to be a personal record.
Elise White, 60 kilograms for a personal best. This will add 5 kilos to her previous personal best. There's 60 kilos on the bar. And of course, men, if you're watching this at home, this highlights the need to work on mobility and flexibility in your arch as well. And somehow she managed to muscle that through and correct it and get it on the board. Let's look at the replay. So she gets good speed off the chest. And it just shifts a little bit and starts to helicopter, but she manages to pull that back around and get it to the top. There's Nauka Baranyi, 65 kilograms. Just under her personal best of 70.
It's a good 65 kilograms stays on bar for
So she gets that one on the board very well.
of physical education follows Ambler and McCarthy. Device loaded.
Anna Emsick now 65 kilograms for a 2.5 kilo personal best. And she's a quick setup and nothing seems to bother this young lady, which is a great athlete. Things are not always going to go to plan. Things aren't always going to be exactly the way they are in training. You need to be adaptable, and she is managing that very, very well.
Press it, come on.
And just couldn't get it moving.
Sorry, it's a no lift.
Looks like she might have cramped up a little bit in the back. Yeah, so the way she stood up there, and I think she might have got a bit of a cramp in the leg, cramp in the back. And she was very quick to lift those feet up and try and stretch that glute out a little bit. Jane Ambler now, 67.5. This will be a very big personal best for her, 7.5 kilos. Sorry, 12.5 kilos. And just couldn't get it to shift off the chest. You can actually see on her chest the chalk marks from previous touches from the bar. And that one touched a lot lower than the previous marks on her chest. Amy McCarthy now 72.5 for a 12.5 kilo personal best. The University of Nottingham. Just getting a nod from all the English and Scottish team members on the media crew of my pronunciation of Nottingham there. And she had to work for it, but she gets it to the top. It looks good from here, and it is.
80 kilograms above for Madison Rivera from Ohio State University. Follows golden run, Alouche.
She put in the work, and she got the job done. Madison Rivera now, 80 kilograms. This will equal her previous personal best. And just couldn't quite get it moving off the chest there. Just couldn't quite get the speed up. She's a little disappointed, but she's put in some big work. And you can see she touched the chest there. She just got a little bit loose. Susan Golder now, 82.5. This will equal her personal best. So she missed this on her second. Now wanting to rectify that. It's a good example for new athletes and old athletes as well in powerlifting, that powerlifting is not linear. You have to lift the conditions. And just didn't want to get past that sticking point. She got good speed off the chest. See in the replay, she gets a nice touch and good speed, but just couldn't drive it back. Looked like she might have pushed probably a little bit too straight. And sometimes the bar just doesn't want to do as it's told. Yes, Alouche, 85 kilograms for an equal personal best. And very smooth. And 3 white lights.
85 kilograms stays on the ball for Tamara Thomas from University of Pittsburgh. Follows MV and Hammer. The ball is loaded.
And smooth all the way through. The Tamara Thomas now, 85 kilograms, University of Pittsburgh. This will add 5 kilos to her previous personal best. And getting a replacement command. And I think it's to do with her feet not being flat. And this is why it's so important to give yourself time. And just didn't want to shift.
85 kilograms stays on the ball.
And you could hear coach calling to get those heels down. So feet have to be flat on the floor. So Avarami for 85 kilograms. Now, interestingly, She didn't get her 80 kilograms on a second. She's added another 5 kilos. Always a big gamble. But she's in a position where this extra 5 kilos could make all the difference at the end. And it just doesn't want to come off the chest. So a big gamble, and it hasn't paid off. Which is unfortunate because now she'll finish on only her opener. So Freya Hammer, 87.5. A 2.5 kilo personal best.
It's a new personal best attempt and fight for a bronze medal in bench press.
And got it off the chest well, but then it just came to a complete halt. And we'll see if we can have a look in the replay. And hasn't done a real lot wrong. It just didn't want to play the game. Bronwyn Adlington now, 97.5. She's in the silver medal position, and this won't change that. But this will give her a personal best. I missed it on her second. 7.5 kilo jump was just a little bit of a stretch. It's a nice touch on that one. It's a much better touch. Much better. Put it all together on that lift. And gets it on the board. And she breathes a very big sigh of relief. With Daria Isaac now, 100 kilograms. She has the gold medal in the bench. This is for a 5 kilo personal best. And it will go a very long way to edging her ever so close to a position to chase after the overall bronze. Those extra couple of kilos can make all the difference at the end.
Come on, press it up. Come on.
And not for lack of trying, she gave it everything she had, but it just didn't want to get moving.
Let's move on to second foot. 52.5.
So we move straight into the 84 plus now. Frankie Walker, 52.5 kilograms, right on her personal best. So 52.5 kilos on the bar, and energy management is going to be so important in this bench press round in the 84 pluses. And a good easy opening lift. Gets one red light there. And may have been for the head lifting off the bench. Yesenia Martinez, 62.5 kilograms. And that moved very, very quickly.
A good lift, 65 kilograms to bar for Katarina from Wroclaw University. Follows Feliciak and Souza.
Katarzyna Petuix, 65 kilograms. Just shy of her personal best.
Bar is loaded.
Taking your time, getting up on those shoulders. And that moved very well. A good opening lift.
A good lift, 67.5 kilograms to bar.
Yeah, certainly no issues with that one.
From Wroclaw University School of Physical Education. Follows Souza and Conley. The bar is loaded.
Agata Kalasiak, 67.5, just under her personal best of 70. See, and she gets a start command, locks those shoulder blades back, tightens everything up, and she puts that one on the board. Lafina de Souza now 70 kilograms. So things didn't quite go all her way on the squats. Wanting to perform a little better on the bench. And that's not a little better, that's a lot better. And it goes on the board. Brooke Conley now for 75 kilograms. So 5 kilos under her personal best, really using up a lot of time on this setup. Gets a quick press, moves well, and gets the 3 white lights. And not a whole lot of movement in that body at all as she pressed, which is really good, really tight. Heidi Lewis for 95 kilograms. So 7.5 kilos under her personal best. And smooth all the way through. A little bit of hesitation on the press command. but it didn't seem to worry her at all.
Of Science and Technology,
Oksana Semyuka, 95 kilograms. 5 kilograms under her personal best. And she's going to be wanting to chase down a gold medal in the bench press. But she's certainly going to have her work cut out with her, because Lewis is after that same gold medal. Well, she made 95 look very easy.
Let's move on to the second round. 55 kilograms to a bar.
And she gets 2 white lights and 1 red. 2's enough.
Martinez and Yetkiewicz.
Frankie Walker now, 55 kilograms.
It's a new personal best attempt for her.
This will add 2.5 kilos to her personal best. So Lewis and Semyuka are going toe to toe. And the 55 looks good, and it is. Semyuka actually has the weight advantage, weighing less than Lewis.
The bar is loaded.
And she has the lot number advantage as well. Yesenia Martinez for 65 kilograms. And she got that moving very fast. And we should be able to see in the replay, left her chest reasonably well, but then accelerated straight back. Very good lift. Kazina Yetkiewicz, 70 kilograms. And gets the job done. Wasn't her cleanest of lifts we've seen her do, but it does the job. You can see in the replay, just wasn't the steadiest bar. You can see it starts to twist a little bit. And she manages to straighten it. Agata Karasiak, 72.5. This will add 2.5 kilos to her personal best. And a very smooth press all the way through. She gets 1 red light. Have a look at the replay. A bit hard to see from where we're sitting. And she gets the 2 whites, and that's enough. Lafina de Souza now, 77.5. And made that look very easy.
A good lift. 80 kilograms to the bar for Brooke Goldie from Ohio State University. Follows Lewis.
Certainly looking a lot more comfortable on the bench press than the squats. Brooke Connolly, 80 kilograms. So this lift will equal her previous personal best. Getting those feet down as tight as possible. And wasn't super fast to lock out, but she got it there.
102.5 kilograms to the bar for Heidi Lewis from
See on the replay.
Ohio State University. Follows Semenuha.
And the replay on this angle, it certainly looked a lot better. Heidi Lewis now, 102.5. She'll temporarily move into the gold medal position. And 102.5 moves well and has a little bit of room left in the tank.
Oksana Semenuha from Siberian State University of Science and Technology. Follows Walter Martinez.
Oksana Semenuha now, 102.5 as well, being a little bit lighter than Lewis. This will put her into the gold medal position. And she's in a very good position here, as all she has to do is match Lewis, and she has a lot number advantage as well, where she gets to actually see Lewis's next lift attempt before she makes her decision. Just having a bit of trouble getting the bar where she wants it. And you can see that really affected her lift there. It's so important to talk to your spotters and so important to be adaptable. So we come to our third attempts now, with Frankie Walker looking at 57.5 for a 5 kilo personal best. So at the moment, Lewis in the gold medal position on bench. And then Nuka on silver. Conley on bronze. And Frankie Walker wants a personal best. And just jumped the command there. I got a bit carried away. And has a bit of a laugh there with the coach, knows exactly what happened. And doesn't matter how experienced you are, we all have made that mistake on more than one occasion. Yesenia Martinez, 72.5. Big jump to 72.5. But she's handled all her other ones very easily. And she handles that one just as easily.
kilograms to the bar for Katarina Dikiewicz from Wrocław University. Follows Felicia
Zina
Semenucha.
Dikiewicz, 75 kilograms. So give her a 7.5 kilo personal best.
It's a new personal best attempt.
And just couldn't quite get it moving. I think she even might have jumped press command a little bit there.
75 kilograms
She gave it everything she had.
Agata Kalisiak from Wrocław University.
Agata Kalisiak now looking for a personal best of 75.
It's a new personal best attempt.
These young ladies pushing themselves in these third lifts. Just trying to get that little bit extra. So this will be a 5 kilo personal best. And it looks good from here. It is good.
It's a good lift and new personal best. 82.5 kilograms to the bar for Tina Souza from
And a good third lift there. Chest comes up.
It's a fight for a bronze medal in bench press.
Body stays tight. Rafina De Souza now 82.5. And
it is a good lift.
3 white lights doing so much better, looking so much more comfortable, and that's going to give her a lot of momentum rolling in to the deadlifts. Brooke Connolly now 85 kilograms for a 5 kilo personal best. Up high on those shoulders, chest is up.
Come on, press it up, come on.
And got it moving off the chest, but just couldn't convert.
Sorry, it's a no lift. 102.5 kilograms to the bar for Oksana Semenucha.
So 102.5 now. Load for Oksana Semenucha. Now, if she gets this lift, she temporarily moves into the gold medal position on bench. And Lewis will have to lift the 107.5 to get the gold back. So her opening lift at 95 was good. She missed this on her second, and now she's taking the time to get a really good instruction to the spotter of how she wants that bar. One of the problems she had on a second attempt was she just couldn't get the bar into position with the lift off where she wanted it. So talking to your spotters is super important. That's better. That looks good. It is. She got everything right on that one and put it all together.
107.5 kilograms to
So Heidi Lewis is going to have to do a 5 kilo personal best to take the gold medal back again.
It is also her new personal best attempt. Device loaded.
And it looks like she's going to do it. Has she taken back the gold medal? She has. She sneaks back in and takes the gold medal back in the 84 plus bench press. Don't go anywhere. The deadlift party is just about to get started. Get back here in 10 minutes time, get your chips and drinks, and watch all the action unfold in Tartu, Estonia. Welcome back to Tartu, Estonia for the IPF 2019 World University Powerlifting Cup. And the deadlift party is just about to get underway in the 84 and the 84 pluses. Jane Ambler first to take the platform with 100 kilograms, 10 kilos shy of her personal best. And these ladies looking at putting on their first lifts and solidifying their totals, and then looking to see if they can move up the rankings. And very good opening lift.
And it's a good lift. 120 kilograms to bar for Emily McCarthy from
And she has herself a total now. Now she can look at some numbers and see if she can move herself up the rankings at all. Amy McCarthy now 120, just 5 kilos shy of her personal best. Yeah, she's getting fired up now. And makes short work of that one. 3 white lights.
30 kilograms to bar for Tamara Thomas from University of Pittsburgh. Follows Iranian Rivera.
Tamara Thomas now for 130.
The bar is loaded.
Well under her personal best of 145. And of course, Big Mike, coaching for University of Pittsburgh.
Easy opener
And a very quick opening lift.
135 kilograms to bar for Agnieszka Parani from Debreceni.
Sits back into that sumo position.
The bar is loaded.
Agnieszka Parani, 135. Double overhand hook grip.
Easy opener, and it is a good lift.
And certainly has no problems with that weight.
Madison Rivera from Ohio State University. Follows Hammer and White.
Madison Rivera now 140. 10 kilos shy of her personal best. Smooth all the way through, good foot position. Generates plenty of power off the floor. She gets one red light there. Let's have a quick look at the replay. May have been for knees, quite possibly. A bit hard to tell from that angle, but the head referee at a different angle than us. Freya Hammer now 140. Well under her personal best. And no problems at all.
147.5 kilograms to bar for Elise White from University of Birmingham. Follows Hamilton and Valdisia.
Elise White, 147.5.
The bar is loaded.
A good conservative opening deadlift of 147.5. Thank you very much. Should get the 3 white lights on that one.
47.5 kilograms stays on bar for Bronwyn Addington from University of Glasgow. Follows
Bronwyn Adlington next, 147.5. And handles it well. Probably not quite as tight in the lats as she'd like to be. Seeing the replay there. He wants to get a little bit tighter in the lats there. But a good lift and gets the job done well.
It is already her personal best.
Daria, 150. So she's opening 2.5 kilos above her personal best.
The bar is loaded now.
Getting herself into the position she wants. Tightening those lats. And stands it straight up. That should be a good lift. And it is. 3 white lights. Anna Niemczyk, 155.
The bar is loaded.
Well under her personal best. And makes short work of that one.
155 kilograms stays in the bar for Susan Golder from Cambridge University. Follows MV and Alois.
Susan Golder, 155.
The bar is loaded.
Well under her personal best. It should be a well manageable opening lift. And it is just that. One red light there. And have a look at the replay. Can't really see because of the other side. Avarami, 155. Had a much better time on the bench press than she did on the squats. And her deadlift looks very, very nice and well executed.
It's a good day. 180 kilograms to the bar for Ines Alochet from Stats Montpellier. Follows Ambler and McCarthy.
And yes, Alushay 180 now. She puts her opening lift on the board. It gives her a 437.5 total
Device loaded.
and puts her in a position where it's going to be very hard for Adlington to challenge her. But she has to put this one on first. And it looks good from here. It is 3 white lights.
Let's start
And it's
with
going to make it
second
very
round.
hard for Adlington
107.5
to peg down that total now.
from Cambridge University. Follows McCarthy and Thomas.
We come around for their second list. Jane Ambler, 107.5. Be just shy of her personal best of 110. This will give her a 260 total, which will be 20 kilos above her previous best total.
Device loaded.
One 107.5. Very well done, well executed. And a little bit of a smile.
130 kilograms goes to the bar for Amy McCarthy from University of Nottingham. Follows Thomas and Rivero.
Amy McCarthy now 130.
Record of them.
This will give her a personal best of 5 kilos. And accelerates up past the knees. And it's a good lift.
137.5 kilograms to the bar for Tamara Thomas from University of Pittsburgh. Follows Rivero and Barani.
And Tamara Thomas now 137.5.
The bar is loaded.
Still well under her personal best. And again, very well executed.
A good lift.
And 3 white lights.
147.5 kilograms to the bar for Madison Rivero from Ohio State University. Follows Barani and Hammer.
Madison Rivero next, 147.5, just 2.5 kilos shy of her personal best. And gets it to the top. It's a good foot position to produce that power off the floor. 3 white lights.
150 kilograms to the bar for Nalka Barani from Terekeni and Gerte. Follows Hammer and Lomisia.
There's Nalka Barani now 150. There's still 10 kilos under her personal best. very good second lift.
It's a good lift. 152.5 kilograms to the bar for Freya Hammer from University College
Making it
Sport.
look very
Follows
easy.
Lamisiak and White. The bar is loaded.
Freya Hammer now at 152.5. Really taking her time to get a grip on that bar.
Come on.
And squeezes it all the way through to the top.
160 kilograms to the bar for Daria Lamisiak from Wroclaw University School of Physical Education. Follows White and Addington.
Daria, what is it? 160. Very, very big personal best. She's adding 10 kilos to her opener and 12.5 kilos to her personal best. Just trying to push herself up the rankings a little bit.
Come on, pull it up.
She had to put in the work for it, but she got it there. And by the way it moved, there's still a little bit left in the tank to move as well.
For Ellis White from University of Birmingham. Follows Addington and Yemchi.
Elise White looking for 160. This will equal her personal best. So Alashay sitting on 437.5 subtotal. In a commanding gold medal position. And a little bit tough in the lockout, but she gets it there. Adlington sitting on 395. This will move it to 407. And a couple of lifters sitting right there in third, fourth, and fifth that are trying to vie for medals as well. Adlington needs this 160 to go on. And gets it to the top. That lockout is tough from her starting position. She gets it to the top, and she gets the three white lights. And you have a look at her starting position there. With her shoulders forward, it's a lot of work to then straighten that back up. She gets the job done. Gonna have a very tough time defending that silver medal. As Anna Niemczyk now wants 165, and this will push her up into the silver medal position in deadlift temporarily. Gets it there. And she is certainly the no-fuss lifter of the competition. Just comes out, gets the job done. Thank you very much.
From Cambridge University follows
Susan Golden now 165. And she wants to move up into the silver medal position for deadlift. Gets it to the top, squeezes it to lock out. And it's a good lift.
165 kilograms stays on the bar for Abrahami and me from University of Calicut. Follows Al-Shea and Ambler. The bar is loaded.
Abrahami, 165. This will put her total into third position. Adkington's put in a 165 for her third. Trying to defend that silver medal.
It's a good day.
And Abrahami puts that one up and rolls into the bronze medal position. Al-Shea now 190. And it's pretty safe to say she has the gold medal wrapped up.
The bar is loaded.
This will give her a 447.5 total.
It is also a new personal best attempt.
Adding 5 kilos to a personal best and 10 kilos to a personal best total.
Come on, put it up to the lottery.
And gets it to the top, locks it out. It's a good lift. She gets the 2 white lights.
115 kilograms to the bar for Jane Ambler from Cambridge University. McCarthy and Thomas.
So we come around for their final attempts in the 84 kilo women. Jane Ambler, 115. This will be a 5 kilo personal best. So Al-Shea has put herself in a pretty much untouchable position in the gold medal overall.
The bar is loaded.
Adlington
It's a new personal best attempt.
is certainly trying to. But Abrahami is trying to chase down that silver medal. Jane Ambler, 115. Oh, and just can't hold it there at the top. She got it to lock out and then just fumbled a little bit. A big, big effort though. Amy McCarthy, 140. A huge personal best. And it'll add another 37.5 kilos to a best ever total. Well, that's certainly not a bad way to finish an international event.
The bar is loaded. Come on, Bonnie. You can do it, come on.
And she gets it to the top as she locked the knees out. Referees say it's a good lift.
15 kilograms addition to personal best. 150 kilograms to bar for the marathoners from University of Pittsburgh. Follows Rivero and Parani.
Almost used the thighs, but pulled the knees back in time. Tamara Thomas, 150.
The bar is loaded.
5 kilo personal best, deadlift, and a personal best total as well. And just not enough energy left in the tank to get that one moving.
Sorry, it's no lift. 155
She still finishes on a personal best total. Madison Rivero, 155.
Attempt.
This will be a 5 kilo personal best on her deadlift and on her total.
The bar is loaded.
$155. Has she got enough energy left? It's moving fast. She gets into the top. That right knee, was it tight enough? It was.
157.5 kilograms to bar for Freya Hammer from. Sorry. 157.5 kilograms to bar for Hayankala Parani.
157.5 now.
Hammer and Addington.
There's Nalka Rani.
Bar is loaded. Second group, you have 5 minutes to change the opener. Come on, lock it. You can do it.
And
Come on, don't give
she
up.
just can't quite get it over those knees. Got it just past and then it came to a stop.
Freya Hammer from University College Sport follows Addington and Lamnesia.
Just lost a bit of speed as she got to the knees there and just couldn't keep it going. Freya Hammer now, 157.5. So we'll give her a 397.5 total, which could possibly leave her in 4th position, depending on next lifters. Every step up the rankings helps with some more points for your team. And just didn't want to move today. This looks a little tender after a long day of lifting. And she certainly gave it a good effort. Daria Avonasak, 167.5. It'll add 20 kilos to her personal best. It'll add 37.5 kilos to her best total. And depending on next lifts, could get her a silver medal in the deadlift as well. And just can't keep it moving. And it certainly wasn't for lack of trying. She gave that one everything she had.
She's also trying to.
Elise White, 167.5. Be a 7.5 kilo personal best.
Which is also a new personal.
There'll be a personal best total as well. And it'll temporarily move her into the silver medal position on deadlift. And with everyone pushing themselves so hard in this last round of lifts, there's no telling what could happen. And she gets it moving to the top. Let's see what the referees say. Did the bar dip?
A good lift.
She gets it on the board with 2
New
white
personal
lights.
best, 170 kilograms to above was Susan Golder from Cambridge University. Follows Addington and Yemshik.
Suzanne Golder now 170. This will push her from bronze into silver in the deadlift temporarily. It's equal to a personal best. And just couldn't continue it through.
Great effort, but sorry, it's no
Just
lift.
couldn't quite pull back on it enough.
170 kilograms stays on the bar for Rowan Addington from University of Glasgow. Follows Yemshik and MV. It's a
So
pull
Bronwyn
for
Adlington now 170. And she's in the silver medal position.
The bar is loaded.
And if MV wants to overtake her for that silver, she's going to have to outlift her. Because Adlington has her on body weight. She needs to put this one on the board. It's a 7.5 kilo personal best. It's moving well. Can she get to lock out? And it's not going to happen, I'm afraid. She gets it to the top, but I imagine it will be a no lift. She was resting on her thighs, and we see a change coming in now. So MV now in a position to change her last lift. And right now we should have Anna Nemsik, 170. And she's going to go after that silver medal in the deadlift. It'll give her a 2.5 kilo personal best.
And it's a new personal best.
That will equal her personal best total. Moving well. Can she squeeze it through? It looks good.
Great effort, and it is.
It is 3 white lights.
Well done. The same stays on the bar for Abrahami MV from University of Calicut. Follows
Abrahami now 170. So changed her lift to 170. You'll give her a 410 total. And we'll move it for bronze into second.
Sorry, silver medal in total and bronze medal in deadlift.
So chasing that overall silver medal. The second lift at 165 looked good. But just not enough energy left in the tank. And just couldn't quite get it moving. So Adlington holds on to that silver medal then. And MV was going to have to settle for the bronze. And Ines Alashé now 200 kilograms. They'll give her a 457.5 total, adding 20 kilos to her best total, adding 15 kilos to her best deadlift. And of course, she already has the gold medal locked in and in her pocket. And it never ever looked at risk. And of course, she has the gold medal in the deadlift as well. Having an absolutely fantastic day. Can she finish on the magic 200? It's moving off the floor, but just can't quite keep it going. And just couldn't quite keep the speed up there, and it pulled her forward a little bit, but a fantastic job. And she goes home an absolute champion. And has been outstanding all day and put herself in a commanding position right from the start. So right now we move straight to the 84 pluses. Cartesiana 140 to start her campaign. She'll equal her personal best on this lift. And if she puts this one on the board, her first lift gives her a 10 kilo personal best on her total. And she moved that very quickly.
It is a good day. 145 kilograms to go for Martinez.
Very fast opening lift and gives herself a personal best total already. Yesenia Martinez 145. So well under a personal best of 160. And it looks like a good lift, and it is.
150 kilograms to go for Agata Galicia from Wroclaw University School of Physical Education. Follows Walker and Semenukha.
Agata Galicia 150. Well under her personal best, but this opening lift will give her a 2.5 kilo personal best total. And it moves well.
It's a good day.
And she has great lever arms for conventional deadlift.
Walker from University of Birmingham follows Semenukha and Conley. The bar is loaded.
152.5 gets loaded for Frankie Walker. And doing the old grip and rip technique there. Walk out, grab the bar, lift it, and get the job done. And she does just that. Oksana Semyuka, 155. This will be a 5 kilo personal best.
It's her new personal best attempt.
And it'll give her a personal best total as well, 407.5. And moves that very easily.
The same base stays on the bar for Brooke Conley from Ohio State University. Follows Sosa and Hewings.
Locks those knees out very well. Brooke Conley now 155. Ohio State University. They're just shy of a personal best of 162.5. And this will just put her 5 kilos behind her best total. And should be happy with that one. Moved very well.
A good day. 170 kilograms to bar for
Lefina De Souza now 170. Needs to put this opener on the board, solidify that total. And moved very quickly. And she looks very comfortable on the deadlift.
197.5 kilograms to bar for Heidi Lewis from Ohio State University.
Heidi Lewis, 197.5. This will solidify her total of 495 and pretty much put her out of touch of anyone. And this lift here will all but secure that gold medal. And she's had a very good day so far. And that moved very, very fast. 3 white lights. She's on a 495. And barring some sort of miracle, I imagine she will take home the gold medal. Katarzyna Pietkiewicz, 150. Be a 10-kilo personal best.
It's a new personal best attempt.
And it should be a good lift. And it's not. We get 2 red lights. Let's have a look. And she might have been done for hitching there. Yeah, it looks like she had some up-down movement of the bar as it got to the top and locked out. It dipped again. Now, Yesenia Martinez, 152.5. Man, just struggling to get into the lock position there. I just wonder if she's carrying a little bit of an injury. She's looked a little bit tender the way she's been moving today. And certainly not lifting at her normal capacity. Oksana Semenuka, 162.5. Big personal best. And needs to put this one on the board to really defend that bronze medal. And that should do the job. And that's certainly going to make it harder for anyone to peg down that bronze medal now. Connolly's certainly going to give it a best shot. Frankie Walker, 165. Taking a time, the bar's loaded. But Frankie Walker doesn't need much time to get the job done.
Good lift and new
Gets it
personal
on the
best.
board.
The same weight stays on the bar for Agata Galicia from Wroclaw University School of.
So we stay at 165.
Galicia can go lift.
We're just waiting for a board change. We've got some technical issues. We should be looking at Agata Helsiak. 165.
The bar is loaded.
And Sasha has a million things to do over there. And we've got the board change now.
165 grams to the bar for Agata Galicia from
Well,
Wroclaw
you
University.
can't have an
School of
entire
Physical
week without
Education.
one
Bar is loaded.
technical issue. It just wouldn't be right. But it's all sorted out, back on track. 165 is on the bar for Agata Helsiak. Equal her personal best. Give her a personal best total as well. So I had 17.5 kilos to her best total.
Come on, bullet.
And it might have been slow, but it was smooth and it got the job done.
For Brooke Conley from Ohio State University. Follows Rosa and Lewis. The bar is loaded.
So Brooke Conley now 165. And an important lift here for Brooke. Puts this one on the board and it puts her in a position that just maybe she can go after that bronze medal overall. So we'll see how fast this one moves. It's a 2.5 kilo personal best.
Come on, bullet. Okay, come on.
And she squeezed it smoothly to the top. There's not a whole lot of room left to move.
It's a good lift and new personal best. 180 grams to the bar for Latina Sosa from University of Calicut. Follows Lewis and
And it's amazing what you can pull out of the tank when there's a medal on the line. And Lafina de Souza now 180. This will put her at 437.5. Gets it moving well. And still plenty of room left for that last lift. Heidi Lewis 212.5 and has been in a commanding position pretty much throughout this whole competition today. And this will give her a 5 kilo personal best total and add 2.5 kilos to a personal best deadlift, looking at 212.5. This will put her at 510. It's moving well. Everything is moving well for her today. So third attempts now. Katarzyna Petuix 155. Mr. 150 has gone to 155. And the 150 wasn't because she couldn't move it. It was more of a technical issue. So she's opted to go to the 155 and try and get those extra few kilos.
It's a new personal best. Come on, you can do it this time.
Just trying to see if she can find her way up the rankings a little bit. That looked better. Let's wait and see. It is. She gets the 2 white lights.
157.5 grams to the bar for Yesenia Martinez from
And walks around and presents all the referees with a little bit of chalk. Yesenia Martinez, 157.5.
The bar is loaded.
Doing the same thing, adding those extra few kilos. Trying to move up the rankings a little bit.
Come on, you can do it. Come on, don't give up. Come on.
And it's just pulled her forward a little bit there.
Great effort, but
And once that happens, very, very difficult to recover. So 167.5 now. Oksana
It's a pull for a
Semenuka.
bronze medal in deadlift.
This will give her a 17.5 kilo personal best on her deadlift.
The bar is
It's
loaded.
adding 35 kilos to her total.
It's also a new personal best.
And it's also going to go a long way to defending that bronze medal overall. So this will give her a 420. And it would force Conley to increase her lift.
Come on, Lucky.
And it looks good.
It's a good lift.
And it is 3 white lights.
From Ohio State University follows Kalisiak and Walker.
So Brooke Conley now.
It's an attempt for deadlift bronze medal.
I was expecting Brooke Conley to change.
The bar is loaded.
She's staying at the 170. She's going to go for the bronze medal in the deadlift. And still moving up. I think she's going to get this. And oh, she just took a bit of a hitch there.
What a great effort,
Oh, no lift, unfortunately.
172.5
Good call by the coach, though. There wasn't anything much more in there. And she almost had that one. Agatha Kalisiak, 170. She just changed that lift.
It's a pull for us.
So this will put her temporarily into the bronze medal position in the deadlift.
Also a personal best. The bar is loaded.
We'll add 5 kilos to her best deadlift, and it'll give her a best total of 392.5. The 165 was slow. It still looked like there was a little bit of room left, though. She's got it moving well. This looks faster. Gets it to the top. Locks it out. Referees say it's a good lift. So she temporarily moves into the bronze medal position for the deadlift. And have a change going in. So Frankie Walker has dropped to 172.5 to go after that bronze medal as well. She wants the bronze medal in the deadlift.
And it's her new personal best.
Semenuka has the bronze medal overall locked away. Souza has the silver locked away, and Lewis has the gold locked away. This is for the deadlift bronze medal, 172.5. Frankie Walker. And just a little bit too much today.
Sorry,
but she gave it everything she had. It certainly wasn't for lack of trying. So 185 now for Lafina de Souza.
She already is second in deadlift and second in total.
So she has the silver medal locked away on both counts, in the deadlift and the overall. So she gets it to the top. Was there a little bit of drop in the bar?
And it's a good lift.
The two side referees say it's a good lift.
27.5 rooms per bar for Heidi
So we go
Lewis
to
from Ohio State
227.5 for Heidi Lewis.
She is also
So give her a
wants
massive
deadlift and
525 total, 20 kilos above her previous best total. And this will add 17.5 kilos to a previous best deadlift. And she will take home the gold medal overall. So she has both of these gold medals already wrapped up in a pocket. And she'll be walking home tonight with a whole bag full of jewelry.
Come on, you can do it.
Plenty of fire to the platform on this one, and she's going to need it. It's moving well. She gets to the top. Did she hit you a little bit there? She gets it on the board with two white lights, and she goes home with a very big personal best. And she goes home with a gold medal. What a way to finish. She was in a commanding position the entire way through that competition, well out in front and sending a message to the rest of the lifters. Don't go too far away. We have the medal ceremony coming up very shortly, and of course, following that at 2 p.m., the 83 kilo men as well.
given by President of the International Powerlifting Federation, Mr. Gaston Barrage, and the President of the Asian Powerlifting Federation, Mr. Farshid Soltani. The best results: women under 84 kilograms squat, third place with 155 kilograms, Anna Niemczyk from Wrocław University School of Physics Education. Second place, Abriami MV with 170 kilograms from University of Calicut. And first place with 172.5 kilograms, Ines Aulé from Stabs, Montpellier. Congratulations. Bench press. Third place with 85 kilograms, Ines Aluchev from Stabs, Montpellier. Second place with 97.5 kilograms, Browin Adlington from Glasgow University. And first place with 97.5 kilograms, Daria Lovnisak from Wrocław University School of Physics Science. Congratulations. Deadlift. Third place with 167.5 kilograms, Elise White from University of Birmingham. Second place with 170 kilograms, Anna Niemczyk from Wrocław University School of Physical Science. And the first place with 190 kilograms, Ines Aluchev from Stabs, Montpellier. Congratulations. Total. Third place with 405 kilograms, Abrahami MV from University of Calicut. Second place with 407.5 kilograms, Browin Adlington from University of Glasgow. And the first place with 447.5 kilograms, Ines Aluche from Stabs Montpellier. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand up for the national anthem of France. Congratulations. Continuing with the women weight category 84 kilograms plus. Squat, third place with 167.5 kilograms, Brooke Clowley from University of Ohio State University. Second place with 175 kilograms, Lefina Souza from University of Calicut. And the first place with 190 kilograms, Heidi Lewis from Ohio State University. Congratulations. Bench press, third place with 82.5 kilograms, Lefina Souza from University of Calicut. Second place with 102.5 kilograms, Oksana Semenyuha from Siberian State University of Science and Technology. And the first place with 107.5 kilograms, Heidi Lewis from Ohio State University. Congratulations. Deadlift, third place with 170 kilograms, Agata Galisiak from Wroclaw University School of Physical Education. Second place with 185 kilograms, Lefina Souza from University of Calicut. And the first place with 227.5 kilograms, Heidi Lewis from Ohio State University. Congratulations. And total, Third place with 420 kilograms, Oksana Semenyuka from Siberian State University of Science and Technology. Second place with 442.5 kilograms, Lefina Chosa from University of Calicut. And the first place with 525 kilograms, Heidi Lewis from Ohio State University. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand up for the national anthem of United States of America. Congratulations.